morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Wow. Good morning, Nigeria. Woo. I love Tuesdays. I love Tuesdays. Good morning, Nigeria. It is another beautiful Tuesday, and we are tuned in to Wake Up Nigeria. Coming to you from our vibrant new home here in the heart of Eco Atlantic. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. That's right. Now, there is something truly energizing about waking up by Atlantic breeze. You know, it's feeling I'm driving it. I'm just driving in, and then I take my way, the windows down, and it's just beautiful. The view has changed. Our mission just remains the same, to bring you guys the stories, the conversations, the connection that matters. Oh, I love the energy. Now, from the latest headlines making waves across the country to insightful interviews, wellness tips, fashion, food, and everything in between, we have got a fully loaded show for you guys this morning. So please make sure you are watching and you are enjoying yourself, because I am here to enjoy myself, okay? Wow.
As always.
All right.
Edgar is always ready and prepared.
Super packed, energized.
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
I just had to adjust my eyelashes, but it's fine.
All right.
But we are not just here to inform, we're here to inspire. And whether you're getting ready for work, maybe dropping your kids off at school, maybe just easing into your day, just consider us your daily dose of energy, of perspective, and of course, great vibes.
Now, speaking of daily dose of energy, just like the doctor's prescription, all right? Take 2 in the morning, 2 at night.
Wow.
That's how we are. Make sure we always have us every single day. So whether you're watching from Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, Ibadan, anywhere in the world, this is your Tuesday Wake Up Nigeria. Reimagined and re-energized right here on Wake Up Nigeria.
So let's get to it. It's Tuesday and it's going to be a tasty one, I have to say. But in case you want to stream live, just visit our website. That's tvcentertainment.tv.
Or you can go and GOTV channel 16 UHF 49, and we're streaming across social media platforms. Like you can follow us at tvcentertainment_. I'll give you guys some seconds to do that right now. Do it. Just bring out your phone. Bring out your phone.
The phone is already out.
Don't look at me. Look at your phone.
TVC Entertainment _. That's for X, for Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok.
Everywhere.
And even Threads.
Yes, Threads is what? Threads?
Yes. No, I actually saw some metrics.
Oh, wow.
Just last week, we had a training here at TVC, and apparently Threads is threading.
Wow.
It is threading.
Wow.
So yeah, we are not ignoring any social media platform, no matter what you use or what you're familiar with, we are right there.
If you're using Threads, then just cut your coats according to your size, I guess. use the hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC, and let's hear what your Tuesday feels like. Are you pumped?
You still feel like it's Monday, right?
Yes, I know. Whenever I'm dressed this way, it feels like it's Monday to me.
Ah, come on.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, well, hey, we are pumped. Hopefully, are you pumped? Are you pushing through? Or maybe you're just easing your way through? Don't worry. Let's tell everyone what we have planned.
All right, let's start from the kitchen now. In the kitchen, it's about to go come alive.
Yeah.
Now, we have an amazing, beautiful chef.
Yay.
Chef Defane. How you doing?
Just smile and wave, chef. Smile and wave. That's Chef Daphne.
Daphne.
Yes.
Daphne.
And she's making something scintillating called shakshuka.
Yes, it has to do with like eggs, tomatoes, and so on.
More
shakshuka. But it gives this kung fu.
Really?
Yeah, shakshuka.
You didn't say kung fu. You did not just say kung fu. Really? No. Food and kung fu do not mix.
Food and food.
Food. Just food. Food. But not to worry, we have Chef Daphne helping to break down the process of a shakshuka, and you'll be learning from her. All right, now for a musical performance, we are joined by Marge. This guy is a music producer, songwriter, poet, graphic designer whose talent transcends borders and mediums. Ooh, I cannot wait for that one. Marge, I think, is a short form for Marjorie. Ooh, yes. Marjorie. Yeah, I love that. That's a beautiful lady. Yeah, it's a lady. It Marge, is. Like, Marge. Like Marge. Exactly. Marge. Exactly. Nice. It's going to be an amazing performance. Yes, nice. And on parenting, we have Judith Usiakwo. She's a dynamic entrepreneur, early childhood education expert, and is passionate as an advocate for empowering parents of children under 5. Ooh. So we had a conversation last week, and we're going to sort of edge into this one with that topic. Yeah. Now, on parenting, we need to figure out the age of perfection, how to raise toddlers without losing your mind.
Wow. This one is deep.
So that losing your mind part, I can totally relate.
Okay. All right.
So I can imagine how naughty you were as a child.
Naughty?
Yes. You're one of those children that, yes, you did.
I never.
You were stubborn.
Wow.
You were naughty, stubborn, and funny at the same time.
All
that
right.
was you. That was you right there.
That's not me.
That you holding that parent's leg, that was you.
At all. All right, now on entertainment news, we have Zainab. We're taking a look at the different happenings.
Yes,
you know, the AMVCAs.
Of
we
course.
cannot wait for that one, Zay. What's happening now, man?
No. So the fashion highs, fashion lows. So well.
Man,
it was incredible.
Really turned
so
out
who made your outfit?
My outfit?
Yeah.
Zels. Do you know Zels?
Zels?
Yeah.
Is it Zels?
Zels is like the best fashion brand. You don't know Zels?
No, I don't know.
The Italian brand.
No.
The Italian brand. Zels. Very popular. All right, now joining us for a final conversation is Ty Ajayi, the chief executive of Vibra, now a live entertainment company on a mission to make theater more appealing, more accessible, and more sustainable, electrifying Afrobeat musical at the time.
Yeah.
I cannot wait, because I also studied theater. So
Yes,
I enjoy when we have people who come around and talk about theater and how to make it global.
I can't wait to have that conversation. It's going to be
Yeah.
one that hopefully will enlighten people. And a lot of people don't realize that theater is still very much alive, especially here in Africa.
It is.
We're going to be learning a lot more.
I totally believe that if people can go to the cinema to see movies, then you can also go to theater to see amazing plays as well.
It's an amazing experience.
Yes, it is. It is.
Speaking of amazing experiences, we have quite an experience packaged together just for you this Tuesday on Wake Up Nigeria.
Yes, we do. Right. Like how you say, whether you like it or not, we always have to check the weather. That's what I did there. Whether you like it or not, you have to check the weather. Let's check all the weather, guys.
To explain now. Why are you shalaye?
It's the 13th day in the month of May 2025, and we bring to you the news updates. My name is Emel Koche. At least 2 people were killed on Monday in a bomb blast along the Damboa-Maiduguri highway. An intelligence source, Zagazola Makama, told TVC News that the victims, identified as Blessings Luka and Gideon Bitterleaf, were traveling from Damboa to Maiduguri when the incident occurred. According to eyewitnesses, the deceased were seated in front of a Toyota Hiace van transporting mangoes when the vehicle struck an improvised explosive device suspected to have been planted by insurgents. The explosion claimed both lives instantly, leaving other occupants injured and sparking fresh concerns over the safety of commuters on the volatile route. A source within the Damboa local government confirmed the identities of the victims, describing them as committed and hardworking education officials. Elsewhere, 2 Nigerian soldiers have paid the supreme price during gun battle with ISWAP terrorists in Mate town in Borno State on Monday. Intelligence sources said that the terrorists reportedly infiltrated the town at about 2 a.m. and were engaged in a gun battle by troops of the battalion stationed in Mate. With reinforcement from the brigade headquarters and close air support from the Nigerian Air Force, the coordinated counter-offensive forced the terrorists to retreat, abandoning their plans, to overrun the town. The Joint Admission and Matriculation Board has begun a review of this year's UTME process following complaints from candidates nationwide. Since the release of the 2025 UTME results last Friday, JAM says it has received an unusual number of complaints about discrepancies in scores. In response, the board has launched an early review of all three phases: registration, examination, and result release. The spokesperson of JAM, Fabian Benjamin, who was on TVC program Your View, says the results reflect actual performance, but any confirmed glitches will be addressed. More than 8,000 candidates have reported issues, including technical problems during the exam. Some have rejected their scores entirely, sparking widespread concerns about the process. JAM says it is working with tech experts, academy leaders, and educational researchers to identify and fix any problem.
Looking at the complaint from these states, majorly some few states in the southeast and perhaps Lagos, and these officials, these experts that we brought, we're opening our system to them to go in, to look at every responses that these candidates have given. And where there are sufficient reason for us to act, we will do the needful. We've done that in the past. The issue of subjecting our script for public scrutiny, we've done that severally. In 2012, if my memory does not fail me, we called candidates who came and marked their script themselves. We gave them the marking scheme. They marked their script themselves, scored themselves, and they arrive at the same judgment and all those things. But that does not mean that what we're having this year, because we've never had this avalanche of complaints from candidates. And that explains why the registrar, Professor Shagoloide, is leading the team and is not taking it lightly, and is going to look at it critically, and the needful will be done.
Okay.
Now we move on to some sport. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has received the touch of unity for the 22nd National Sports Festival at the Lagos House, Ikeja. Representing the governor, the secretary to the state government, Abimbola Saliu Hudeyin, called on Lagosians to rally behind the noble cause. The governor encouraged them to celebrate the spirit of sportsmanship and showcase their hospitality and enthusiasm, highlighting sports as a powerful vehicle for national integration and development. The National Sports Festival was conceived in 1973 following the nation's civil war as a deliberate effort to unite Nigeria and integrate youth through sports. The festival promotes national unity, sportsmanship, and fair play. And that's all we can take on the news update for now. Wake Up Nigeria continues. Stay with us.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move way in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty, erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
The time has come to experience the power of faith, music, and praise. This is the Max Urban Gospel Chart Show. Every Sunday from 10 a.m., tune in to catch the pulse-pounding beats and soul-stirring melodies that will elevate your faith and leave a lasting impact on your heart. The Max Urban Gospel Chart Show. Every Sunday from 10 a.m. exclusively on Max FM, where we count down the best 20 urban gospel hits from around the world. Get your praise on.
Level 2, electrified fence. Space terrifying. Let's get out of here.
Hey Nick fam! Remember, Nick on TVC is your one-stop for engaging children's shows like El Tigre, Paw Patrol, SpongeBob SquarePants, Kung Fu Panda, and lots more to keep the kids glued to their screens. Catch us on Mondays to Fridays at 4
I'm
p.m.
Nifebi Oguntoye, news anchor with TVC News. My day is usually busy and it's difficult keeping up with breaking news stories, trending stories, business news, stock exchange and what have you. But with TVC News on WhatsApp, I'm able to catch up with all the breaking news, real-time updates and trending stories on the go, right on my phone, no matter where I am. It's quick, easy and always on. And here you can join us by scanning the QR code or using the link on our X and Instagram. Why wait? Come to the side of news that keeps you ahead. TVC News, first with breaking news.
All right. Good morning, Nigeria. We are in the kitchen. Yes, and I am super excited because, I am not alone. I am with the beautiful Chef Daphne. How you doing?
Very well, thank you.
You
Thank
look
you so
very well.
much.
You don't say very well. But you see how you do. Don't say, just say, look at me.
Look at me.
Exactly. You're looking very well. Don't worry.
Thank you.
It's awesome to really have you here.
Yeah, I'm
Now,
excited
tell
to
us,
be
we
here.
always have an amazing breakfast every time we have the show. What are we having this morning?
So we're going to be having shakshuka.
Shakshuka.
Yeah, but then we put an Afro twist to it, Afro-fusion twist to it. So
All right.
typically shakshuka is a poached egg in tomato sauce, right? Well, because we're Nigerians and we try to bring it back home, so we're going to be infusing a lot of Nigerian elements
All
into
right,
it and
all
then
right.
to make it very exciting.
All right, so when you say Nigerian elements, what is the original shakshuka? What are the ingredients for the original shakshuka?
So
What are you adding? What is different?
Okay, so I'm just switching up a lot of things. So typically you want to make shakshuka with maybe olive oil and then some tomatoes, some paprika, cumin and all of that. But now I'm trying to bring it home, so I'm going to be infusing a bit of palm oil.
Okay.
I'm going to be having some...
Palm oil, where's the palm oil? All right, no voila, continue.
So we're going to put in some palm oil as well.
Yeah.
We're going to be putting some 10 leaf oil. We're going to be including some Ephraim leaves as well. And then we're going to be including some mackerel fish, which is very common to
lovely.
Nigerians as well.
Lovely.
And then instead of going, typically you want to pair it with maybe baguette and some very French breads. Well, now we're coming home, so we're going to be having agege bread with Iru butter.
All right, agege bread. All right, nice. You know what this reminds me of? Specimens in school. When I was in secondary school, I remember that when I had biology, they would just put all these things and say, what is specimen A? What is specimen B? And this is really nice. So just tell us, what do we have? What do you have on the table here?
So here we have uziza.
Uziza.
Yeah, uziza
It
leaves.
sounds like Ozeba.
Come on, focus.
Okay, I should focus. Yes.
And then we've got some minced onion. We've got some garlic, cloves.
Okay.
Some seasoning.
onions,
cubes.
yes?
Yeah, this is onion, so it's
Okay.
just been minced.
Okay.
Some rodo, rodo, that's
yes.
Scotch bonnet. We've got some mackerel fish, that's the Titus.
All right.
We've got some fresh herbs as well. And then this is very special to me, it's Iru butter. Yeah, and then,
You tell me why that is special very soon, but go ahead.
yeah, so then we've got some Iru butter, we've got some regular butter, some tomatoes, some eggs, and of course our agege bread.
Let's talk about butter.
Yeah.
Now, why do we have two different butters here? Now, this is special to you, and then we have the regular butter. So why are we using the two, not just
Yeah,
the special
so
one?
we're going to
the
use
regular
this. So I like to use this for flavoring. Flavors dish. It
flavor.
gives,
What's
a
your
lot
flavor?
of flavor.
Tell me what's your flavor. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so it's a lot of flavors. So it's butter, not margarine, because a lot of times tend to mix the two. So this is actual butter. And then we've got Iru butter. So the Iru butter is going to be paired with the bread. So typically, a lot of people just, when you hear Iru, what you want to think about the soup and stews and all that. So, but now we're having Iru with bread.
Sorry. Correct me. How did you make this? You grinded the Iru?
No, so the Iru was minced very finely, and
Okay.
then it was infused into the butter. So we've kept it for about a week.
A
just
week?
to make sure that, all the flavors have
Just because you want to eat,
marinated.
you kept something for a week.
No,
wow.
but then it's so the longer it stays, the more flavorful it becomes and all that. So that's what we want. You want to achieve that as well.
Oh, nice.
That doesn't mean you can't do it overnight. You can even do it and use immediately. But
Yeah, but
you just have more
they'll be
flavors.
different. It'll be different.
Exactly.
Now, speaking of the spices here, let's talk about this ones. All right.
Yeah. So this is your regular seasoning cube.
Okay.
So bouillon, any of them. And then I have a bit of curry. So now we're going to be using just very little curry. I like the flavor that curry brings, but if you're not careful, it's going to overpower what you're doing. But then when you use the right amount, it just makes
just a little. Just a little.
Just a pinch.
Just a pinch.
You know,
a
like
pinch. A pinch.
Yeah.
All right.
And then we have salt. So that's all we're going to be working with today. It's just
lovely. What do you do to the fish?
So I just deboned and flaked it. That's all. It was smoked already.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it's smoked.
Nice. And I'm sure this is also just giving like flavor.
Yeah. It is. I mean, it's uziza. So typically, like I said, uziza, when you think about Nigerian and uziza, you think about soups and all that. But today we're using it for eggs. So.
You know why this is a bit shocking, because I actually cook myself, and most of the time when I make meals, I only do like international like meals. You get so to see this. It feels, very traditional, very, local, but in a good sense of being local. Do you get what I'm saying? It's really, really awesome. And what's the first step to take? And how long does this meal take?
Very quick. It's actually very quick meal. So between 15 and 20 minutes.
That's a good breakfast.
Yeah,
like
that's
breakfast time.
Very good breakfast time and all
So
that.
basically, for those people who are at home, you're going to work, or you just want to get something ready for the kids, instead of just doing the regular bread and egg.
Bread and egg, exactly.
You can just make this, because I'm sure this has way more nutrients, right?
It does. It has a lot more nutrients.
Lovely. What are you doing with the eggs?
So we're just going to poach them. We're putting it in the sauce. So we're just breaking them directly into the sauce. We're not whisking. No. So it's just going to be very beautiful and poached on top of the.
All right, and then of course are you using you're using the red oil for that?
Both of them.
Oh, to fry the eggs?
Yeah.
That's nice.
Poach the eggs.
Okay, to poach the eggs. Thank you. I was just testing you. I wanted to see if you correct me. You're good. You're good. All right. And then we have, of course, the
agege bread.
I mean, any kind of bread will work.
Any kind of bread will work, but because we're trying to
make it more
Nigerian.
So what African name would you give this if you were going to change? Because we've changed the meal, basically.
No, but then...
because this is not the original way you do it now. So let's call it something. What do you think? What are you thinking?
So typically, when I talk about this meal and all that, so I tried to give it a Nigerian name. Trust me, I tried my best. What we could come up with is a mackerel shakshuka.
Nigerian name now. Yeah, what is mackerel shakshuka? Like shakshuka is not.
Calm down. Okay. So let me go back. Yeah. A Titus tomato sauce with eggs. I'm bringing in Nigeria now because I mean.
So I'm here. I'm
a fine dining chef. So I like to start fine dining names, not Nigerian names.
Okay, go ahead. I'm listening.
So so let's do Titus mackerel. See, you've confused me. So Titus tomato sauce with Ifeanyi and uziza oil.
Just imagine if I was hawking this on the road now.
Buy your
Titus mackerel sauce. Who will buy? But I mean, it's good.
Buy your bread and egg, local bread and egg.
No. This is too classical, to be seen in traffic. Exactly. This is really good. I'm sure we're gonna enjoy it.
Yeah, I can't wait for you to try it. Actually,
not just even the meal, the process as well. The process.
And it's pretty straightforward. It's a one-pan dish, everything, so you don't have to do.
Yes. All right. So again, if you're at home, this is something that you can do easily. Okay. All you have to do is play back the video. If you have questions, you can use the hashtag #WakeUpNigeria on TVC, and we can just answer your questions. All right. You can send her a private message as well, or you can actually just send me a private message, and I'll tell you the right way to do it. Do you know the origin of the name?
Shakshuka. So it's a native African and Latin dish actually. So it's mostly native African. And then
that's what you saw online, yes?
Yeah, of course.
That's wrong actually. It is actually wrong. That is not the origin of the name. I'm sure you went online and you saw this. You read this online, yes?
No, I didn't.
So many reporters have been writing the same thing.
Yeah, and then some people said Tunisia too.
It's
some
not
people
Tunisia.
said Megriba or something.
I'll tell you the story later on the origin.
I can't wait to learn. I'm so interested.
That's what I do. I stopped cooking. I'm now into the theory.
Guys, I came to. Oh, wow. It's a master class for me.
It is a master class, and you will learn a lot. You will learn the hard way. You will learn well.
I'll learn well.
All right. Now, guys, do not go anywhere. We're gonna give you guys an amazing time here in the kitchen. But you know how I always enjoy the show with music. Now we have music on the other side. All right, Titi, what's happening over there? Tell us.
Yes, indeed. Now, if you're looking for her online, she is Marjay. That's the handle you should be looking for. The amazing performer, Marjay, is right here with us. She's a music producer, songwriter, poet, graphic designer, and she has talents that transcend borders and mediums. It's great to have you here with us.
Thank you.
All right, so Marjay of the Mag Tribe. I'm loving what the inscription on your T-shirt, just in case people can't read it, it says here, prisoner of God's will, inmate Ephesians 3:1-13. Haha. Okay, so you want to break that down?
Well, that's basically Paul to us talking to the people, you know, and telling them that, see, he's a prisoner for God, for them. You understand? Wow. He's a prisoner of God for them, for the Gentiles. Yeah, so that's just basically what that passage says.
So there's strong messages in your music. I can already feel it.
Yes.
And the song you're performing today is called Better Days.
That's right.
You want to break down why you decided to put that song together?
Well, in Nigeria today, things just look very drab, you know, and we need some kind of affirmation as we wake up in the morning to boost ourselves, to help us, you know, feel better about life, and to remind us that as Christians, I'm a Christian.
Go ahead.
As Christians, God has got us, regardless of what's happening in the world. I mean, 1,000 may fall by our side, 10,000 by you know, left hand, but it will never come near us. So for us, it's always better days.
Always better days.
Yes.
Now it's time for her to perform. It's Marjay with Better Days.
Claim it in Jesus' name, you better claim it too. Better days, better days, better days, better days. I claim it in Jesus' name, you better claim it too. Better days, better days, better days, better days. I claim it in Jesus' name, you better claim it too. I claim it in Jesus' name, you better claim it too. Why? Because I'm with Jesus, brother. In this world, we filled with tribulations, but take heart, to overcome the world. This world, we face with persecution, but take heart, he's overcome the world. They encourage in the Lord like King David did. Turn your eyes up to Jesus like Stephen did. Do not be anxious for nothing, but in every situation, trials, tribulations, what? Turn to God. Better days, better days, better days. I claim it in Jesus' name, you better claim it too. Better days, better days, better days, better days. I claim it in Jesus' name, you better claim it too. Better days, better days, better days, better days. I claim it in Jesus' name, you better claim it too. I claim it in Jesus' name, you better claim it too. Why? Because I'm with Jesus, brother. Better days are coming now, oh. Better days are coming now, oh yeah. Regardless of what the world unleashes, I put my faith in Jehovah, He's leaving. Better days are coming now, oh. Better days are coming now, oh yeah. I put my faith in God, the maker of the world, the Alpha and the Omega, the one true and only God. Hey, yeah, he's overcome the world with Abe and Isaac and Jacob and Joseph and Moses. He's overcome the world for me, my mama, my brothers, my sisters, my friends, everybody. Yeah. Better days, better days, better days, better days. I claim it in Jesus' name, you better claim it too. Better days, better days, better days, better days. I claim it in Jesus' name, you better claim it too. Better days, better days, better days, better days. I claim it in Jesus' name, you better claim it too. I claim it in Jesus' name, you better claim it too. Why? Because I'm with Jesus, brother. Better days are coming now, oh. Better days are coming now, oh yeah. Regardless of what the world unleashes, I put my faith in Jehovah, He's leaving. Better days are coming now, oh. Better days are coming now, oh yeah. I put my faith in God, the maker of the world, the Alpha and Omega, the one true and only God. Yeah. Thank you.
I'm Lunge. I'm a passionate environment advocate and a published author. I am the founder of Celebration, a businesswoman, and a fashion icon. I am a wealth coach and a real estate developer.
I am Amako Arakwe. I'm a corporate commercial lawyer and an entrepreneur.
Welcome to Warhaka. I am Ramatu Shehu Oyibo, an entrepreneur and a business coach.
I am the voice of an average Muslim woman, an hijabite, and a lawyer.
I am a polymath and a serial entrepreneur.
I am Muraya Afolabi Brand, Managing Director, TVC Entertainment. I'm a media consultant, producer, and broadcaster.
The ladies of your view are made of women from different professions, tribes, cultures, and religion. Join us every Monday to Friday as we share our views on topical and social issues.
Good morning, Marina Station and all the passengers. Efficient, it's comfortable.
This development will go a long way in reducing congestion and emission.
The trains are long-term solution to Lagos traffic challenges.
This is where we take the final, decisions on policies, programs of government. I will have to ensure that, the narration of Lagos as a PLC is taken very, very seriously.
This is a major pedestrian bridge linking Oyinbo here to Apapa Road over there.
With this overpass, we are providing what we call a permanent solution.
This place is one of the most dangerous areas at the biosecurity environment.
This can go into the news and every crimes of your neighborhood.
Our goal is to remain as Africa's model megacity, to move our GDP from the 5-6 position to the 3rd position, and we believe is achievable with all the commitments we have.
Explore the city of Lagos, where dreams are made and possibilities are endless. I'm Adedoja Salamadini. I live in Lagos, inside Lagos.
Okay, yes, so it's time for What's Up and About.
Yes, it
is.
We're all here. Yes, we are. And of course, the chef will be joining in on the conversation as well.
Yeah.
So yesterday, so I'm talking about this because, Titi's got children, the chef has got children, they can totally relate with this. So every day when the kids... Wait.
Edgar can relate with it too.
As a child.
Wow, shots fired.
1-0. 1-0. No, I was on back. Another day.
Wow. Okay. So yesterday, I'm always, whenever the kids come back from school or anywhere at all, right, I'll always engage them to know, what happened, tell me about your day, tell me what happened in class. So we always, communicate on, their day. So in the course of her talking to me about her day yesterday, she said, okay, does this boy in primary 3 that bullied her younger sister. Her sister is in primary 1. Her younger sister is Eliana. And, she was trying to defend her sister, and she went to him and told him, leave my sister alone, leave my sister alone. And, in the course of, trying to defend her sister, the boy said to her, look at your mouth like a goat.
Wow.
And then...
How old are these kids, first of all? How old are they?
I don't know how old he is, but my oldest is 7.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Elsie. So she said to him, so before she told me what she said to him, she said, Mommy, please don't be angry. I am sorry. I responded. I know I shouldn't have responded, but I responded. I said, okay, apology accepted. So tell me what you said to him. So she said to him that your mouth looks like the pack of drink you're taking.
Okay.
I don't want to mention the name of the drink, right? But she said, your mouth looks like the pack of drink you're taking.
Yeah, exactly.
And then in my head, I was going, yes. Yes.
Wow. Really, Amen?
I said it.
No, yeah, of course, in your head. Inside.
In my head. Okay. Yeah. And then I said to her, she said, Mommy, I know I shouldn't have said it, but I did. But that's because he kept on coming at me, and when he was insulting me, I said, but you know what you shouldn't have, what you did was wrong. She said, yes, she knows. That's why she's apologizing. And I said, okay, to her, okay. I understand that you're trying to defend your sister, and I'm proud of you for doing that. You know, it's nice that you should defend your sister. You should look out for your sister. Both of you should look out for each other, as a matter of fact. But you shouldn't have, you know, responded to him. Next time, report to your teacher. Your teacher is in the best position as an adult to handle that situation. Okay? And then she said yes, that she'll do that next time. I said, okay, so when you get to school tomorrow, apologize to him for, you know, speaking to him.
Edgar is shaking his head.
But let me tell you,
in your mind,
in my mind, I was saying yes.
Okay.
I'll tell you why I was shaking my head. My mom has flogged me one time for crying all the way home. And when I told her that the reason why I was crying was because I did not insult one guy back. My mom said, you walked all the way from school to the house crying. Someone insulted you, you didn't insult. Give me your hand, give me your hand. And then she flogged me. And then the next day, I went back to school. For no reason, I just called the guy. I said, please, I want to see you.
I know you saw that.
I give him my mom insult. And let's go. Now, the funniest part with this is, in secondary school, I was called, my nickname was Egisti Gologolo. This Egisti Gologolo.
Egisti Gologolo.
You know that?
No, I want to get it right, just so that I can come at you with it. Egisti Gologolo. What does that mean?
The reason, Egisti Gologolo. Now, the reason why they always called me that was because I couldn't fight. I looked like a girl, but my mouth was tough. Like, I would insult, and we call it yabbing that time. I would yab you from morning to night, and you would beat me. I would cry, and I would say yab you.
Okay.
You know. So, yeah.
So, you know what? There are many angles to this. How you grow up determines a lot about, you know, what you do as an adult. And, you know, in the good book, it says, turn the other cheek. You know, there are some situations where you can't do that. You have to stand up for yourself. But there are some times where people are, they're taken aback by you not responding. It actually surprises and makes people, like, they're wondering why are you not reacting? And that really messes up with people even more, which is a strategy I know a lot of my colleagues know I use.
But before you talk about, before you bring that in, let's quickly hear the chef's thoughts, because she has kids as well. And I'd like to know if her kids, if she's experienced this with her kids.
So, I mean, I've had my son come and cry once. Couple of times actually about people beating him and stuff in class. So initially I used to do the calm mom. Oh, don't do this. Oh, no, don't fight back. Show kind of. At a point I had to teach him to fight back. And it worked for a bit, but then I had to calm him down because I told him they slap you when you slap twice. So, No, but then because it got to that point, because I had spoken to the teacher and all that, and it kept happening. And guess what? He did that once or twice and he stopped. So, but then it now became a habit. Like, so even before you, so he just, once he senses that you're trying to, he's already, so I had to tell him, okay, no. So I had to start correcting that, which I learned from that experience. Sometimes, you know, these kids. So motherhood, I really don't understand it. Should I do this? Should I do that?
It's like a two-edged sword.
Because
you know.
So I've had a similar situation in the school bus with the kids. Where a particular child in the school bus hit a plastic water bottle on top of one of the twins' heads, and her sister was behind. And her sister took the same bottle and hit the child again. And that was when the minder in the bus saw the situation. The minder in the bus didn't see the initial altercation. And, you know, the
she
first
reacted
twin,
based on what she saw.
reacted on what she saw. So I had to explain to the twins that, look, sometimes it's not about how something started, it's about how it ended.
How you responded to it.
Is that child hurt? Is the child in pain? Have you hurt that child's feelings? Have you hurt the child physically? You cannot be caught or found wanting. That was what I said. I didn't say don't defend. I was like, don't get caught. But I had to come from that angle. I had to come from that angle because I couldn't exactly tell her to not, because Ruby had a bump on her head. And it was a big bump. And I'm like, you know, God forbid it was something harder that could have really hurt her. I'm like, no, I'm not going to allow this one to slide. But then again, I had to explain to the girls that, look, You are intimidatingly beautiful to your colleagues.
Wow.
You are intelligent, you are tall, you are popular, you are intimidating to them. So you already have an edge over them. Don't ever be found wanting. Don't ever be found to be the one hurting someone else, because they will always try and find a way to blame
make it your fault.
You.
Yeah.
Wow.
So from that angle, both of them are a little careful with what they do.
I think I really enjoy like parenting now, where a mother tells her child, you are the most beautiful.
Yes.
You are intelligent.
Yes.
My mom will not see. Let me tell you. All my mom has to allow you to do is just be playing around. She just look at you. Come. What are you doing? What are you doing?
They're just playing around.
You're just playing around.
Don't you have any better things to
you have
do with your
anything to
time?
Go and watch, please. Mommy, watch it again. Watch it again.
Just for the fun of it.
Because you're just playing around.
There's a lot of conversation around you know, the 21st parenting style and how we parent our kids.
Yeah.
And if there's something that I you know, tell my kids all the time, they're big on affirmations. You know, they're very huge on affirmations. And that's why when you meet my kids, they're very amiable. They'll come and say to you, oh, I love your jacket. Oh, I love your shirt. Oh, I love your, you know. On Saturday, I had my sister's wedding. Was on Saturday. You know, so the minute they saw me, they're like, oh my God, Mommy, you look so beautiful. I love your gele. I
heard someone say to a child one time, you were like, Johnny, don't do it again. If not, you stay in the dirty corner. Like, I was like, naughty corner. Yes, thank you, naughty corner. And I was wondering, like, they was said, and I asked the child, what is the naughty corner? I said, I've never been there, but it's a dark space and terrible things happen. Now, we don't always have lights in my house. So there's no dark. Everywhere is the dark corner or naughty corner. So you can't even use darkness to threaten me when I was growing up.
Yeah, so I think
that's what I'm saying.
It's also important to teach our kids, you know, how to manage their emotions. Especially how to respond in situations where they are being bullied or
true.
You know, I always tell my kids, always come from a place of love, regardless.
Yes.
Always come from a place of love.
Yes.
As much as I would always say to people, don't when you want to, you know, spank kids or scold other people's kids, if it's not coming from a place of love, don't do it.
True.
Because some of these kids really do not understand not all the intentional parenting that you have used or that all you have, you know, you have used in nurturing your kids. One person from somewhere will now use their own trauma to damage and ruin and
that's why I always
it.
advise that, you know, even if you're having, like when I have issues with people now and we're fighting, I fight with love. I give punch with love. Like this punch I'm giving you, it's because I love you, I'm giving you this punch. If I give you the punch without love, there you go.
The good book says turn the other cheek.
All right.
If someone slap you here, you turn and you do like.
If someone slap you here, turn here.
Yeah.
Okay now. All right, no problem. You're in Nigeria, remember? Okay.
All
right.
But it's not a one size fits all.
Yeah.
We'd love to hear your thoughts on this as well. Use hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC and let us know what you think.
Right. And that is all that we can take right now. I wish we could continue this conversation, but you know, we have
the Iru butter.
We'll continue the conversation with the parenting experts. We'd like to hear your thoughts and how she can, you know, what's her advice on, you know, helping to navigate. Yoruba English. How to navigate this.
You're not even Yoruba.
It's journey.
It's general, right?
I
think the H factor. Well, she would, you know, help us, you know, in helping to, you know, navigate this conversation.
All right.
And we'll be right back. Stay with us, people.
Do you think you can outplay me in this game of wits and knowledge? Can you go 7 rounds without flinching? I meant answering 7 questions correctly. How well can you hold your liquor? If you're curious, then join us for the most exciting conversation and games with your favorite celebrities on 7 of 7.
my people. I greet you plenty.
My name na Chika Okeke.
My name na Uwi Balogun.
My name na Damilola Banire. My name na Moyo Faraway Ahmed. If you also call me Moyo, listen.
And this na Abigail. And I dare on top of you, Pigeon. I'm going to bring you bass, boost.
I don't get person will be single mother before. He carry another man show say now my husband be this.
This na wetin you want.
After that day, the man
no go see am again. If you snooze, you lose. If you miss this show, you miss out. On top this our show, I not dey gree for anybody. When you dey find the husband, you not see sign say the guy smart, you don't vex, don't give signs.
If they look for person, we will give them to you. Fact as it be.
Men no dey ever get forced. If baby not dey for her, na the woman.
Talk no dey be person, you make person no fit talk true inside. But for this country, we know say if you open court in the morning, waiting no good, no good.
Me and my sisters, hey, we go tanda gidigba for inside studio to give una all the latest information.
We no even take responsibility for the children. Leave the man.
And that's some period.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw ether material slab stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move way in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
Thanks for staying with us. It's time for our parenting experts. We do this every Tuesday on the show. And this morning, we are joined by Judith Usiakbo. She's a dynamic entrepreneur, early childhood education expert, and passionate advocate for empowering parents of children under 5. Today, we are discussing the topic parenting in the age of perfection, how to raise toddlers without losing your mind. Good morning.
Good morning, Emma.
How are you doing today?
Very well, thank you. And you?
Great. I'm fine. Thank you so much. Okay, so during the coffee gist, I was basically sharing my experience with my 7-year-old yesterday in the cause of defending her sister, her younger sister, who was being bullied by an older child. He said to her, "Your mouth looks like a goat."
Oh my God.
Right. And just before she was going to report herself, she said to me, "Mommy, I'm so sorry. I know that I shouldn't have responded, but I did." So I said to him, "Your mouth looks like the pack of drink you're holding." I won't lie to you. Internally, I was proud of her for defending herself.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But then I said to her, because first off, I acknowledged that, I told her how impressed I was at her for first acknowledging that she shouldn't have responded. But then it is okay, because as human beings, we're infallible, right? And we're prone to doing wrong, and that's okay, right? But next time you report to an older person, like your teacher or an adult, who can wade into that situation, because you may not always know how to handle it in the best possible way, and then and then that happens. So let's talk a little bit about parenting in these times. There's a lot of debate about when should you do certain things as parents. There's too much talk filtering in and too many influences. But what should be parenting, or what is the ideal parenting in this age of perfection?
Yeah, in this age of perfection, is there really perfection? There's nothing like perfection, I would say.
Right.
But I would say in this age, focus on your child.
Okay.
Really, you are the expert in your child's life, right? So yes, the noise, the research says this, the mom posting on the internet saying this is what I'm doing, but focus on your child, really focus on your child. Focus on making your child feel loved, seen, and safe. That's really what is important.
All right. Seen,
loved, and safe.
Seen, loved, and safe.
Yes.
Now let's talk about toddlers, because I mean that's your age of specialty. What is it like, or in what mode should a parent be in to be able to handle children toddlers who often throw tantrums? And I'm also going to go into the aspect of kids that are with special needs, because that is a special case on its own, right?
So when it comes to tantrums, I would say that first, as a parent, you need to understand that certain things your toddler does, they are not really to get at you.
Okay.
Your toddler is not just trying to get you upset or get on your nerves. Some of those things are part of their development, right? So you mentioned tantrums. So a child is trying to communicate their emotions. And between the ages of 0 to 5, the child probably doesn't have the right words. The child cannot say, oh, this is what I'm feeling right now, right? So the next best thing for the child to do would be to throw a tantrum to get your attention.
Right.
So the child is really not trying to get at you. So as a parent, if you understand that some of these things you look at, like picky eating, creating sleep patterns, tantrums, they are all part of your child's developmental milestones. They do not have the skills that they require yet to manage those emotions. They do not have the skills that they need. So as a parent, your job is to train them, right? So when it comes to tantrums, you need to teach your child to label their emotions. So I'm upset. Teach your child, so when you're upset, this is what you're feeling right now. You're actually upset. So say, I'm upset about this, or I'm angry, I'm happy. Teach them first to label their emotions. So if they're able to label their emotions, the tantrums will be less. And if you're also, as a parent, if you're able to preempt these emotions or preempt these behaviors before they occur, you end up saving yourself a lot of stress. Let me give an instance. So you're going shopping with your toddler, right? The toddler is probably tired, they've not had lunch, and then you drag them along. Really, what do you expect? They are cranky, so they are going to throw a tantrum at the supermarket. Or perhaps you don't even have a discussion with your 3-year-old before you step out of the house. When my kids were younger, I would always make a shopping list and say, we are going to the supermarket to get this, and this. And we're not buying candies today, so let's stick to that. So it's quite unlikely that when we get to the supermarket, you throw a tantrum. And even when you do, I allow you feel it. We feel our emotions as adults, don't we? So allow them feel that emotion, whatever it is. If they throw themselves on the floor, just make sure they are safe and allow them go through the emotions.
Now, some people would say that's not normal. And it could also be misinterpreted or misunderstood as, oh, this parent isn't training their children well. That's what people would say, But now, let's talk about throwing of, tantrums as children. Is that normal?
Yes, it is. It's part of their emotional development.
Okay.
As I mentioned earlier, the child is not able to explain what they are feeling. So in early years, we call it big emotions, right? Little children with big emotions. So they are not able to really express fully what they are feeling at that time. So it's up to you as the parent to teach them how to handle those emotions when they occur.
Communicate to them. Now let's talk about children with special needs, because theirs is a lot more delicate, and a lot of parents are always thrown into the deep end because they really do not know how to help to manage and even navigate through these children's emotions or whatever it is that they're feeling. So let's talk about how parents can help to stay sane in the midst of dealing with their children's emotions in that sort of situation.
So when it comes to children with special needs, with children generally, no two children are the same, right? So they are unique in their own ways. So the way the behavior of this child might be different from the behavior of the other child with special needs. So it's on you to focus on your child, right? And possibly speak to a therapist, speak to a behavioral therapist, and find out the things you need to do to help your child and do that behavior better, since you know that the child is a special needs child.
Okay. Now let's talk about helping a child respond to whatever emotions that they're feeling. I'd like to think that there's no age restriction when it comes to bullying at schools. And in this time, we have where even as young as a 2-3-year-old child is being taken to school, because I mean they're taken to crèche and then kindergarten class, and then before they advance into the other levels or other stages. Now, in a case where these toddlers are faced with bullying, and in the course of their developmental stage or age, they have been so used to responding to throwing tantrums. In that kind of situation, how do you teach this child to be able to respond in a more suitable manner that doesn't also progress into anger? Because it's very delicate. It's a very sensitive period in a child's life.
So would that be for the child who is being bullied, or for the bully?
For the bully and the bullied, because we have to address it from two different from both angles.
So, for example, for a 2-year-old, right? So if a 2-year-old bites another child, I won't say that 2-year-old is a bully, because the child at that point might be sensitive to taste, so might just want to work on might have some sensory needs, right?
And just want to taste.
No, so might have some sensory needs.
Okay.
So the child goes on to bite another child. So at that point, you redirect the child. So you must always have adults in the environment. These are still children. Okay. So you have an adult redirect that child. So in my school, for example, what we say is we bite food. We don't bite people.
Okay.
So if it's not food, it shouldn't go in your mouth. Right? So statements like that help to redirect the children, right? So that's for a child who is a bully, who is maybe biting another child or hitting another child. So when it even comes to hitting, we say, oh, these are my hands. You use your hands to do good things. We don't use our hands to hit our friends. We do not push. We don't push our friends. So you have to be proactive.
And proactive, okay.
Because a lot of times we look for the cure. We are not proactive, forgetting that we still need to train these children.
Right.
Like, they are children, we need to train them. So we have to be very proactive in our approach, right? So you talk about those things. During circle time in my school, we talk a lot about the appropriate behaviors that we must have with our friends, because children are still learning social interaction at that stage, right? Then for the child who is being bullied, you need to let the child know that you need to report. So if someone does something to you that you do not like, you let an adult in the environment know immediately.
Fantastic.
So that it can be addressed.
Thank you so much, Judith. This has been quite brief but very insightful. I'm sure parents watching have been able to get one or two nuggets from our conversation on parenting in this age of perfection and how to properly raise kids without losing our minds. Thank you, Judith. We'll do this again next week.
Oh, yes, we will. Thank you.
Fantastic. And that's it for now on the conversation. The show continues shortly, people. Stay with us.
Our major currency unit is the Naira, while the minor unit is the
TVC Communications, Nigeria's leading independent broadcast company, has been officially designated as a great place to work. Over the past 3 years, we have transformed our workplace into one which is respectful, caring, rewarding, and provides great benefits to all our 500 employees. We thank our team for giving us the chance to show that partnership between employer and employee really works. TVC Communications, officially designated as a great place to work, and now the only broadcasting and media company not just in Nigeria but throughout continental Africa to be fully certified. TVC Communications, a great Nigerian company, a great Nigerian place to work.
Hello. Welcome back. Welcome back. You're still tuned in to Wake Up Nigeria, your number one breakfast show where everything happens live.
Indeed.
And in color.
Yep.
Yeah.
Full color.
Yeah, the second hour promises to be more entertaining, fun,
Yeah.
exciting, shakashukri.
Shakshukri. Yes.
Shakshukri. Right.
We'll explain what that means in a
Yes,
second.
we will.
Yeah.
We
We
will.
have had a fantastic first hour and we're set to have an amazing second hour. And yes, let's have things heat up with our shakshuka and our Chef Daphne. All right, Chef Daphne and Edgar have been in the kitchen. How
Yes.
far? What's going on?
Yes, tell us how far. And I know we started some minutes ago. What have you done so far?
So what we've done now is we've made the tomato base.
Woo!
So it's given everything that it should give.
Oh, wow.
So what we have here, we have the palm oil and granite vegetable oil.
All right.
So we have our tomato, onion, garlic. What we did first is we flavored up the oil with some herbs and garlic just to give it like extra flavors. And as well, so we just cooked our tomatoes and make sure that it's properly cooked. We added the fish.
Nice.
So we're going to introduce the eggs and then some butter.
Please go ahead.
And then
Please get started.
So guys, if you're watching right now and you're wondering what recipe we're making, this is actually a North African dish. It's from Tunisia, actually.
That's what they have online.
Yeah.
I'll tell her the story, the original story later on.
So shakshuka is a Tunisian dish. Very spicy. It actually depends on how you make it. Because do you have cayenne pepper here though?
No, we didn't use. So we used rodo. We used like
now natural pepper because we are making it our own way.
Nigerian way.
So she's created some
Pockets.
craters in the tomato there.
Right.
Yeah.
She's just dunking the egg in there.
But it's also giving that frittata sort of feel. That's how it's meant to look. And well, because of the eggs.
Yeah.
So the frittata is like sort of pizza-like. I don't know. This is more saucy. I don't know.
Well, she's not mixing it. She's not gonna. She's not scrambling the eggs.
No, we're not scrambling.
Yeah, she's not scrambling the eggs. So it's still gonna give that frittata, because by the time the egg solidifies, you still have to like cut into it, right?
And do you know the funniest thing about frittata? Do you know that Tata, when she was arrested, it was a movement to stand for her to come out of jail.
To be free.
That is free Tata.
So with that, extremely dry joke. Let's find out how dry the weather is going to be.
Nicely said, my darling. Touche.
All right, now my guest at this time is Biodun Oladele. He is a pastor and also a PhD holder in specialized ministry. Now we're going to be talking about something very interesting, how to succeed and overcome pressure and stress. Awesome. Right. Now it's interesting that you are here with us. How are you doing?
I'm good. Good to have you this morning, my player.
I'm happy you're here. I like the outfit as well.
Thank you so much.
Now let's get into it. How do we succeed in a country where things are tough? How do we succeed in a place where we believe that it is more for the people who are the elites and all? How do we really succeed when things really are not turning out good for you?
Thank you so much. I want us to have a perspective. Things are actually changing, and we are in a different world. And every time a change arrives, then we have to imbibe a new way of thinking. Yes, there are very easy methods for succeeding in every generation. And every generation has its own challenges, and like we have in our own challenge right now. But there are means and ways of succeeding legally. And these principles are something that works worldwide on a worldwide scale. And first and foremost is anyone that wants to succeed in this generation must have what is called asset knowledge. Yes, something that is not popular. Ability to do something in a very different way. Yes, that is what can attract attention. People are still making it legally, and it is possible. The second principle will be the ability to have credibility. Credibility talks about being able to have someone who can stand in for you, someone that can recommend you, someone who looks at you and can say, on my behalf, I think you can have this. And the chief among the principle will be the ability to copy and emulate. We can never have we can never have a great nation until we have a great people. And people of impact are those who have been able to carve a niche for themselves. And we need a generation that will know that the easiest way countries have succeeded in the past is through emulating one another. For instance, the oldest, richest countries in the world are America and Europe. All the European countries, when you go around them, you see some very valid things. For instance, they have the same economy, they have the same road network, the houses look alike. You see them doing exactly the same things. You know what? Yes, they follow the same pattern. When one person gets it, others began to imbibe the same things. You can see the same thing even with some of the companies we have. We have Toyota, you have Hyundai, you have one just copying the success of another. And one of the things that makes success very difficult in our generation is that the problem in Nigeria is we don't have good examples. There are not so many people to copy. But industrialized nations became industrialized because when one person got it, they just copied exactly the same thing. That's the easiest way to succeed in every generation.
There is this saying, I don't know if you've noticed on social media, people would always say that legal success takes too long. The speed, at which one can get successful legally takes forever. That is why youth these days would rather want to do in legal means because of how quick it takes. And then you have eras or people that would say, I don't want to be successful in my late 50s, my late 60s. I want to be successful in my 20s, my 30s, where my body is still able to move and I'm agile. But what do you say to that?
Well, just for me to say something in connection to what you said, someone said recently, he said there are only two means of succeeding in Nigeria.
Tell us.
He said it's either you succeed by corruption or you succeed by connection. I want to look at the angle of connection because, like I said, there is something called credibility. You see, success does not happen in a day. It's a walk. It's a journey. And just like someone said, I saw something online recently, someone was saying something that when you see a person succeed, it's like a pregnant woman. You don't know how many times the husband worked for that thing to happen. The thing is it's a process. It does not just happen. And these are salient truths that people have to be told. That this thing does, if it comes overnight, it will go overnight. The approach to it matters. But there are certain things that makes it last. It is not just about succeeding for now. We've had so many people who succeeded, and our world has a lot of exes. They used to be successful. They used to be glorious. They used to do well. That guy used to have money before. He does not have again. And the reason is the process that produced that result.
Okay, so sorry, but now I'm just thinking, because success is relative.
Yes, it is.
There are so many people, when you ask to define what success is, somebody will tell you, you know, so far I have good health, I am successful. Some will tell you, if I have enough money in my bank account, I am successful.
Yeah.
Some will tell you, oh, if I can just travel around the world, I am successful. Like what you're also saying, if you have great connection and you have good network, you're also successful. But I want you to tell me, from your expertise here, what is that one factor that puts everything together and defines what true success is?
Yes, thank you so much. Just like you said, success is relative.
Yes.
It means different things to
different
everyone. But there are certain things that if they are not there, no matter what you have, you are not successful. Just like you said, health.
Okay.
Yes, no matter what is working for you, if your health is not working, then nothing is working.
Okay, that's true.
Yes. For instance, another thing that would define success for anybody is a sense of fulfillment. You know, what makes you happy? You know, and that's why we need a proper society that is well informed and well educated, so that people can appropriate the right tendencies. Success has been maligned for people. There are people who think who believe that the wrong things are the things that makes people succeed.
Wow.
Or they pick a wrong example. And that was why I say we can never have a great nation until we have a great people. Great people are the ones who make the greatest impact in a nation. So our nation needs a lot of great stories. We can never say someone is great until we have a great story. A story of how you made it. A story of how the success came. The thing that makes for success generally is in the ability to have good health.
Yes.
Yeah, you need, because money determines the quality of your life. Success is not defined by money. But you see, we cannot take out the place of money. In fact, as a pastor, I've told people this, that even money has a lot to do in determining your eternal life. I mean, your eternity, yes, it does.
Wow, okay.
It affects the focus of your spirituality. You know, the Bible says money has added all things. And there is a perspective to money in pursuing your a good spiritual life.
Wow, that is interesting. I wish we could actually just continue, because there is a lot to learn about being successful, and also from the spiritual angle.
Yeah.
But I'm sure we'll probably be able to do that after the show. Thank you so much for joining us. That is all that we can take. I like your suit, by the way. Again.
Thank you so much.
That is all that we can take. Please do not go anywhere. The show continues, all right? Remember, a great nation is made by great people. We'll be right back.
Do you think you can outplay me in this game of wits and knowledge? Can you go 7 rounds without flinching? I meant answering 7 questions correctly. How well can you hold your liquor? If you're curious, then join us for the most exciting conversation and games with your favorite celebrities on 7 of 7.
Welcome to Pure Entertainment. What would you like to order from our menu today? We have the regulars.
So let me go and look for my jam.
My 280 was 320. I suppose don't be one medical.
At this point, I contest my jam.
I want to close the show.
I can go. I can.
Okay, that's all we can take. Ejeki, close the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, #1 unavailable by Davido featuring Musa Keys.
We also have today's chef special.
Yo, shine, 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 shiny, yeah. Say recap done, and it's time for #1 on the countdown. One of Nigeria's hottest artists right now, his name is Rema, and this one is called Charm. Kick it.
For dessert and a bit of nightcap, we have the nighttime and online specials.
I want to start the gym, yeah? But do you know one thing that's actually keeping me back? You should start the gym though, you're getting fat. Cricket.
She says she does pole dancing to empower women.
What's the difference?
There's a difference.
That's what I'm saying. So pole dancer,
you're already almost naked. You're already almost naked.
No, it's the empowerment for me.
Sex can make a relationship better.
No. Sex can never be overrated.
It is needed.
Especially when it's good sex too. Almost every guy has been with somebody's girlfriend.
But they are for all of us now.
That's why you're still single.
I would not agree or disagree with that because I don't want to get into trouble. I have a home to go to.
Your next question.
Oh, you ready to fail?
Who is the better? You scissors. What is his name?
That woman.
Bam! Bam!
Today we'll go here.
Hey.
Let's catch up now.
And so we've been able to satisfy your cravings, yeah? Stay good.
It is time for entertainment news, and we're focusing on the AMVCA 2025. And guess what? I am doing this with the Chief Mrs. Okoche. Hi,
Hi.
Oh, looks
I
stunning.
can't wait. I
know.
can't wait. I can't wait to dig into the deets at the AMVCAs over the weekend. But hey, over to you, Zainab.
All right, let's do
Give
this.
us a lowdown.
Now, the 11th African Magic Viewers' Choice Awards AMVCA took place on Saturday, May 10th, 2025 at Eco Hotel and Suites in Lagos, Nigeria, celebrating excellence in African film and television. Now, the glamorous night accredited wins to well-deserving Nollywood stars, including Chioma Akpota as Best Lead Actress, as well as her on-screen husband, Femi Adebayo, for Best Lead Actor in his movie, 7 Doors. Now, we also had Mesa Igbe awarded for Best Supporting Actress in Farmer's Bride. Lateef Oladimeji took home the Best Indigenous Language Film West Africa for his movie, Lishabi. Now, the gripping series Inside Life earned Clarence Peters the award for Best Scripted Series, with Gabriel Afolayan also winning Best Supporting Actor for his role in the same project. Emma, what did you think about this? Because I feel like it was a well-deserving win, especially for Gabriel Afolayan, who most people would say that he is underrated in the industry. He has done a lot of things. He's been bagging awards for quite a while, but I don't think he has ever won any category in the AMVCAs. And which was your favorite win of the night?
Yes, I will say congratulations first to all the AMVCA winners. We are going to be having quite a few of them on the show later on this week. And I mean, the AMVCAs are like the Oscars, are like our Oscars. So it's also a time where we celebrate, you know, the phenomenal acts and talent in the Nollywood film industry. I mean, congratulations once again to all the winners. I think Lishabi was okay. This is best supporting actor, which
that
was
is
Gabriel
Peters,
Afolayan. We have seen Gabriel Afolayan over the years, you know, show his range as an actor, and I would say that for this particular his role in Inside Life, I think it was phenomenal, and I think he deserves it. Though there was quite a debate as to should he have won it compared to Aliu Gaffer's role in 7 Doors. Yes. So there was a debate. Those are strong contenders, I'll say.
But someone
Aliu
had to
Gaffer
take it
did
home.
also phenomenally well in 7 Doors. But, well, this is an event that that requires people to, you know, pull in their votes. And I'd say, well, if the people say that Gabriel Afolayan deserves it, he
deserves
does.
it.
And I think it's his time in the spotlight. Congratulations.
Absolutely.
Gabriel.
Someone had to take it home at the end of the day. Now, let's just check out one of the awards. Now, we're going to be checking out Femi Adebayo's win at the AMVCAs for Best Actor in 7 Doors.
Ẹ jáde! Ìran orógbó ni gbogbo yín. Wọ́n pa yín láwẹ́. Wọ́n bù yín jẹ kóró. Wọ́n tún ní kí n rọ́jú kí n fi igi yín dáná. Ṣàngó tún lọ́mọ ìyá òun ni yín. Ẹ jáde! Èyíkéyìí inú wọn ni mo sọ tó bá ṣagídí ẹ ti jáde. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, kí lẹ dúró fún? Ẹ fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀. Ẹ bọ́ síta.
The winner is
Femi Adebayo.
absolutely loved that moment. And you know the moment that I really liked the most was when he burst into tears and Odolade Adekola had to hold on to him. That bromance moment was worth saying.
It was quite
beautiful.
an emotional night for Femi Adebayo, I would say, because the movie Seven Doors actually was one of the biggest winners for the night. It won Best Lead Actor, it won Best Lead Actress, and it also won Best Music Score by Tolu Obanro. So I'll say congratulations, very much deserving. Seven Doors was a brilliant movie. The storyline was brilliant. Femi Adebayo properly articulated his role. We saw his range as an actor in the movie, and I think he was very well deserving. Congratulations to Femi Adebayo. And he paid a tribute to his father, Adebayo Salami. I think the day after you saw videos of him presenting the awards to his father. It was beautiful and it was so emotional. And I'll say, well done, well done.
Yes, and it's time to also check out Chioma Akpote's win, although she was absent, but she was also given the award at the end of the day. So let's check it out.
The winner of Best Lead Actress is Chioma Chukwuka for Seven Doors.
She wasn't around, but it was beautiful because at the end of the day, she had to put up a video like, yes, so I won.
Yeah, I think Chioma deserves it. Chioma is one of those actresses that has, we have seen her go from one generation to the other, and she's still very, relevant. And I think one category that AMVCA needs to also include in their, in their category is, coupled with the best chemistry.
Chemistry, right?
In a movie. Because talking about Seven Doors, the chemistry between Femi Adebayo and Chioma was amazing. I mean, it was beautiful. It was the synergy was magical. The moment
when she would say, "Oh, call
and
me,"
I think both of them actually brought out the best in their characters.
Yeah,
and I'll say they truly, really deserved this win.
They did. And now it is time to check out some of the memorable looks of the night. And I know that you'll be happy with this one. Should we start? Yeah, now. Let us start with Arike Dimples, our own homegirl Arike Dimples wearing midikri. Let us check out the look, and I want you to check it out and you tell me what you think about it, because I think it was really nice. Look.
Well, I like the look. We saw a lot of whites, off-whites on the red carpet at the MVCAs. We saw a lot of futuristic looks, jaw-dropping, gorgeous designs. I'll say well done to all of the designers. I think most of them did phenomenally well. This particular look by worn by Arike, it's beautiful.
Yeah,
I like it. Sometimes I think I prefer less is more.
I'm guessing she was trying to go for the avant-garde look. Yes. Because, I mean, Arike was nominated, but she didn't win. She just wanted to show up in style. What do you think?
Yeah, it was a beautiful look. Not my favorite look, but it was beautiful.
It was beautiful. Now let's go into Doi of Big Brother wearing Mamadi Couture. This is actually one of my favorite looks of the night because I loved what she did with the whole tree branches. Just paying tribute to Mother Nature. This is absolutely beautiful. What do you think about it, Emin?
This definitely was one of my favorite looks for the night. It was brilliantly put together by the designer. I mean, the Mother Nature effect, the branches, and then the tree illusion. It was very, very, very well put together. I can imagine the creative process that went into putting together this outfit. I would really like to know the materials that were also used, to design the outfit. It was beautifully well crafted. I mean, and we saw a lot of other designers also pay tribute to Mother Nature.
Yes,
in
absolutely.
some of their designs.
They seem
So,
to do a lot of that this year. Now it is time to check out Osas Igodaro wearing Vicky James. All right, you know what? Let's just go on to Messi, AK wearing Amy Agomi. I want you to tell me what you think about this look, because I think it was a lot of, I don't know, it was a lot of vavavoom. I wasn't expecting anything less from Messi, AK.
It's funny because, you know, earlier last week, we had the Met Gala, where, you know, there were a lot of, you know, designs, even though the theme was dandyism. It was, you know, celebrating the black culture. But there was no particular theme for the AMVCA.
Yes.
But we saw a lot of very similar themes. We saw a lot of designers work with very similar themes.
Yeah.
And for Mercy's look, I would say, I remember seeing a video of the designer taking us through, or her stylist rather, taking us through, you know, putting together the ensemble. And the design alone had, she talked about how, you know, she was celebrating water, air and diamonds, and I think it was very well crafted, very well put together. She embodied the entire look beautifully. I mean, I totally love the look. It was one of my beautiful looks, one of my favorite looks for the evening.
And I love the short hair. The short hair absolutely worked for this outfit. She didn't have to do too much with the hair. She just wanted us to focus on the dress. It was beautiful. Now let's go on to Messi Aigbe, also wearing Vicky James. I mean, this look, she was just trying to encapsulate the sun, the moon, and the stars. I see you, you see me. Look at me.
To be honest, I was a bit disappointed that Vicky James put together this look, because I kept on wondering what that moon was doing in front of the outfit.
You think it was too bogus?
It looked tacky.
Oh, wow.
My opinion. It looked tacky. It wasn't there was no articulation in terms of the detailing
to the moon?
Yeah, to the moon.
Okay.
I don't know, maybe I preferred it to look, I don't know, maybe it was the material that was used. There was just something about it that, you know, I feel like if without the moon, just the outfit standing alone would have been beautiful, because I saw the detailing on the design. It was breathtaking. Very well done.
It is time to talk about a particular look. A papaya showed up in a banana. And we're going to be checking it out, because I really want to hear your own, because you're a designer yourself.
Yeah, well, at this point, I think I'd say that papaya has become one of those people who just, you know, want to make a statement. She wants to trend, and she knows what to do to get people talking.
Of course.
So I think that was what she was trying to achieve with this look.
But I think she actually failed woefully with this look. But before we go, let us address the elephant in the room.
Right.
Desmond Elliott. I want to understand what is going on with all of that skirts before we round off, because we need to address that elephant.
You know, when I saw this look, there was one particular international designer that came to mind, T. Siriano, and he has worked with the likes of Janelle Monáe.
Yeah.
Because I saw what he was trying to do with this look. I think it would have worked if that suits on the top was very, very well done. It looked like something he just got off the rack and put on his body.
He's been out of that scene. He just wanted to come back at this point.
It didn't look like, no, I feel like it would have worked without, if only that jacket, that suit was well tailored.
It would have been better.
It would have worked.
Okay.
But other than that, well done,
it's all
Desmond.
good. All
you
the
got
best
us talking about you, so that's good.
Yes, thank you so much for doing this with me, MM. Thank you so much.
Zainab.
Alrighty, let's take a short break. We'll be right back. The show is to Wake Up Nigeria.
Talking about your engine, it makes your engine last longer. It gives you more mileage to cover. You know, you can cover as much as 12,000 kilometers before you do your servicing again and all that. Talking of servicing, you know, like for example, now my Hoy now, it's as clean as anything. You know, very, very clean. So I don't have issue of, you know, saying I've reached say 5,000 or 4,000 mileage. The oil is black and all that. So. And it keeps your engine running fine, you know, smooth. That's how Nigeria happened to me.
TVC Communications, Nigeria's leading independent broadcast company, has been officially designated as a great place to work. Over the past 3 years, we have transformed our workplace into one which is respectful, caring, rewarding, and provides great benefits to all our 500 employees. We thank our team for giving us the chance to show that partnership between employer and employee really works. TVC Communications, officially designated as a great place to work, and now the only broadcasting and media company not just in Nigeria but throughout continental Africa to be fully certified. TVC Communications, a great Nigerian company, a great Nigerian place to work.
Do you think you can outplay me in this game of wits and knowledge? Can you go 7 rounds without flinching? I meant answering 7 questions correctly. How well can you hold your liquor? If you're curious, then join us for the most exciting conversation and games with your favorite celebrities on 7 of 7.
Welcome to Pure Entertainment. What would you like to order from our menu today? We have the regulars.
So let me go and look for my jam.
My 280 was 320. I suppose don't be one medical.
At this point, I contest my jam.
I want to close the show.
I can go. I can.
That's all we can take. Ejeki, close the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, number 1, Unavailable by Davido featuring Musa Keys.
We also have today's chef special.
Yo, shine, 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 shiny, yeah. Say recap done, and it's time for number 1 on the countdown. One of Nigeria's hottest artists right now, his name is Rema, and this one is called Charm. Kick it.
Another.
For dessert and a bit of nightcap, we have the nighttime and online specials.
I want to start the gym, yeah? But do you know one thing that's actually keeping me back?
You should start the gym though, you're getting fat.
Cricket.
She says she does show dancing to empower women.
What's the difference? There's a difference.
That's what I'm saying. So pole dancer,
you're already almost naked. You're already almost naked.
No, the empowerment for me.
Sex can make a relationship better.
No, sex can never be overrated.
It is needed.
Especially when it's good sex too. Almost every guy has been with somebody's girlfriend.
But they are for all of us now.
That's why you're still single.
I will not agree or disagree with that because I don't want to get into trouble. I have a home to go to.
Your next question.
Oh, you ready to fail?
Who is the better? You see some spoils.
That woman.
Bam! Bam!
Yeah, today we'll go here.
Hey.
Let's catch up.
I'm sure we've been able to satisfy your cravings, yeah? Stay good.
Yes, you just saw the title, and it is Ye. We're going to be talking a bit more about Ye in a second. We have Mr. Tai Ajay here in the building, the chief executive of Vibra, a live entertainment company and they're on a mission to make theatre more appealing, more accessible, more sustainable, and electrifying Afrobeats music. Okay, one electrifying Afrobeats musical at a time. Now, in just 2 years, Ty has made his mark as one of the most dynamic voices in African musical theatre, and he produced Ye. It's an African Afrobeats musical, and it's sold out all 7 performances during its debut in Lagos as at December 2024. How's it going? Good morning. Welcome.
Thank you.
All right. I can see that smile on your face because you're hearing your profile and it's like, oh, yes, I did that. But when people are starting out, embarking on journeys like this, it never really feels like that yay moment. So let's talk about that part of the journey. How did this all begin?
I think it began maybe longer when I was younger. I always loved the arts. I remember growing around books and music. I'll crack jokes with my friend that my day started with music. So in the morning with the Gospels of Sonny Okosun, in the afternoon it will move to Orlando Awar. Nice. Mid-evening is Bob Marley, and then in the evening is Fela Kuti, like with my dad, just following his music for the rest of the day.
So you had a very musical home.
Yes.
You know, the music was part of your lifestyle.
Correct.
You grew up with it.
Yes.
So it sort of felt normal, natural to sort of involve it in your career path.
Yes. Yes.
Right? But did you always think you were going to go into theatre? Always?
No, I never thought. I thought that I'll live my life more as a poet. I got published at 15. God Must Be a Poet, which was exciting. I was the poet laureate for my university, for my secondary school and university.
Wow.
So I thought in all of my life I would do poetry. But mid-secondary school, I started doing theatre. All of my theatre teachers and literature teachers always loved me. Again, I should correct, I was in the sciences, right? But I was always chairman of the acting community for some strange reasons. So for me, theatre always existed on the side. Poetry was first for me.
Interesting.
And then after all these years writing, of course, there's the church which you can also do theatre. But the good thing about being a teenager in Nigeria is I also got the privilege of traveling around Nigeria, directing a few plays here and there between secondary school, and that sort of helped.
So this is not just today. This is sort of, it's part of you already. You've imbibed it, and now you're on a mission to make theatre more accessible and help people engage with it. There is a lot of distraction now. There's phones, social media, memes, content creators, comedians, online, offline. How do you plan to push theatre to the forefront?
Well, I think that the most important thing is to make theatre appealing for people to understand it, to make it relatable. If you look at the average young Nigerian, they've probably never seen a play before. Only last year.
That's so sad.
That's so sad, right?
It's really sad.
Because the experience is different. I know last year, between last year and this year, we've done 4 shows so far. 60% of our audience members, they've never seen a play. Their first ever play.
They've never seen a stage performance.
Yes, their first ever play was coming to our shows, which is exciting. Because I myself, I saw my first professional play maybe 12 years ago at Terra Culture. And so I loved that experience and wanted to share with everyone. But this time for me, like I said, I wanted to make theatre more appealing, which is why I chose the medium of Afrobeats. That music that we all grew up in, we all living, we all working, we all enjoy ourselves in.
Amazing, yeah.
And that's like the work we're trying to push at the moment.
So that's the avenue, that's the plug.
Yes.
That's a way to pull the young audiences in.
Correct.
So now let's talk about Ye.
Yes.
You've already given a command performance last year.
Correct.
So now, from there to where you are now, are there any differences in the play you're releasing now?
Yes.
Talk to us about that.
So the initial idea was Ye in December was Ye, Rhythm of the Streets. It was pretty much capturing my experience listening to Afrobeat from Bolanle from the very beginning to Remedies, just capturing all of that experience up until the 2010s.
Sorry, that song, Bolanle. Fine, fine. Oh my gosh, that has become an earworm now.
Yeah.
That was so you did that in November?
Yes, we captured that.
Remedies.
So Remedies, Plantation Boys, we captured everything, just the entire journey from 92 to 2010. We tried to squeeze in the music and the experience to give people some memory, to take you back to that memory box of music. So the edition in December was Reading of the Streets, but in June is Love Me Jeje. Which is capturing a new vibe. So the vibe in June is way different. It's more younger. is everything that has happened within that music from 2010 to date.
Okay.
We're trying to celebrate it and trying to also hone around the young characters.
Okay.
I should say at this point that what we are doing is imagine theater. Theater for new audience, new people, new taste, just to also extend and blend the experience of digital experience you get and what you see on stage. Again, like I said, we want to make the content easily relatable, things that you can...
So you need to break down how you're blending digital with theater. You need to sort of explain that to me. I'm not there yet.
Okay, so what I mean by digital is more in terms of the culture, the Afrobeat culture, because Afrobeat is culture. And so taking all of that Afrobeat culture that we experience on YouTube, online, and putting that Spotify and putting that in a musical, putting that in a live setting. The music is live. But what we want to do is we want to play sounds that you're familiar with. So in that space, you can sort of imagine a different way of consuming the music you consume every day. That's what we're trying to do on this stage.
Okay, so now with musicals, with theater, there's often a score. Do you have original music coming your way?
Yes, in December I think 60% of the music was original. But in June, it's like 99%. Like most of the songs are original.
Original score.
All original scores written by cast members and the music director.
Okay, so who is the music director now?
So we have two. Kendi Oretime wrote most of the earlier musicals. We have someone called Peter Durodola, who's a fantastic guy, who is completing most of the scores for our production in June.
All right, let's talk talent now. Key actors.
Patrick Dubois, Priye Opofuni, Theodora Omor, Flora Fasson, Damien Nedu. He's one of the lead characters. Is Rie, who the play is about. He's also a good artist. He sings, and he's also one of the writers of some of the songs we have on the production.
All right, so we are pushing it on time, but I have to ask now your expectations for this release, June.
I think that the way we say the short code for us on the production is this is going to be the vibe, right? It's going to be the energy. Ye is the sound of this generation. It's heartbreak, it's love, it's joy, it's rebellion, it's identity, it's power. I think that Ye is the most important musical of our time, and people should come to it. So come and experience, come and have a great time with us.
Fantastic! And it's called Ye. You heard it here first, right here on Wake Up Nigeria. Thank you so much, Ty Ajayi, for coming to talk to us about Ye. We are going to be heading over to the kitchen because I know that the chef has been working on something really, really hard for you to taste. I hope you don't mind.
I don't mind.
You don't mind? All right, let's take a stroll. Let's head over. All right. So let's go. Pained me when he said there's some people that haven't seen a stage play. That just hurts sometimes. And if you are someone that hasn't, you need to make sure you change that because it's a really great experience.
Yes,
Thank you
is.
for joining us in the kitchen.
Thank you.
So welcome to the Kitchen Tide. This morning, our chef has taken us to Tunisia, and we're making shakshuka.
Shakshuka, yes.
Edgar and the chef.
Yes, we've been doing this together. We just wanted you to quickly have a taste. And
I
tell
thought you'd be here to serve.
All right, so chef, you need to guide me on how to serve this.
Yes,
Am I
please.
using a spoon, knife, or fork?
Typically, you just take the bread and scoop, so it's like
So it's like a deep.
Oh,
Yeah, like a deep,
so I shouldn't bother scooping it onto the plate
No.
first?
No, not
Oh,
at
you
all.
want him to just dig in?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you heard the chef. She says
So pull
dig.
the shakshuka to him.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
putting it closer.
Oh, nice.
Okay. All right. Please take a piece of bread and dig in. Wherever you want.
Yeah, but you have to get the egg.
You have
Yeah,
to
get the
egg in there
eggs. Get the
too.
eggs.
Oh, wow, that looks like it.
All right.
All right.
This looks good.
It does, right? Okay. So what do you think?
Perfect.
Oh,
Thank you.
fantastic.
The aroma, though.
Thank you.
The aroma. Well
Thank you so
done.
much.
Well
Thank you so
looks
much.
so
It
inviting.
looks, yes, it does.
Thank you so much.
It does.
Thank
Ever
you so
thought
much.
you
Thank you
could
so much.
have palm oil with bread?
We did it
Yeah.
now. We did it.
What?
We
You've
did
never
it.
done that before?
Bread and palm oil.
No. Well, palm oil stew.
Ah, okay.
But we have to wrap it up this tasty Tuesday.
Yes,
with you on
we
Wake Up Nigeria.
We still have Majay,
Yes,
who will be signing us out with her rendition. Are you ready?
We'll be back 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, guys.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
When the dark clouds surround me, Lord, when darkness holds me bound, I will hold on to you, Lord, everything that I know of you, the words of the good book, the words in my heart. It's only you